welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have 4 massive boxes to open. A collector reached out to me and let me know she was sending me some dolls from her collection to my P.O. box. So this is really exciting. I don't really know what to expect, so I thought this would be really fun to open with you guys and check them out. What I'm gonna do, because they're so big, I'm going to move them off the table. I just wanted you guys to see them. I'm gonna put one on the table and we're gonna do one at a time. But just, yeah, I am super excited, super grateful to the collector that sent these. So let's get into it. There were so many incredible gifts in these boxes. It took me a couple of days actually to get them all unboxed and unwrapped. And so I decided to do a conclusion video here to show you guys a good sampling of what came in the box. And there were a load. We're gonna start over here with the miniatures. There were so many incredible miniatures. Now I've just pulled a few of them out here to show you guys because they were just so incredible. And I can't wait to figure out a way to kind of incorporate these. But I really love the medieval miniatures. There's this guy here, I guess he's a little knight. And I can't tell what material he's made of, but he's definitely like jointed and strung, and he's posable, and he's got a bunch of swords, and you can see some axes down here. And there's a diorama that came with him that's like a castle that's just stunningly incredible. I just think it's just so cool. There's these little holy books, and there were other little books as well. Lots of really cool stuff. I'm going to show you these miniatures in here. This will blow your mind, or it blew my mind, because I don't know a lot about miniatures. These are miniature sewing notions. Like, there's so much little miniature sewing stuff in here. Like, look at this little like knitting needles with a little bit of knitting stuff on it and yarn. Like, all this stuff, an embroidery hoop with scissors, little pin cushions. This stuff just blows my mind. Like, I don't even know how people make something in that scale, but how cool is this gonna be for like a little sewing diorama or something one day when I want to get a cool picture. And then there's this, I think this is called an embroidery frame. It's like one of those stand-up like quilt frames, but it's got embroidery on it, and everything is just so well made. So there's these, look at the carvings on this, and there's other pieces with this set as well. I just brought this out because it really shows off the carvings really well. These are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning, stunning miniatures. This one too is just super cool. Like, I love the painting on this and everything. Everything is just wow. And it was all packed so well. So that's what ended up taking me longer. That's why I didn't show the entire unboxing here on YouTube, because each one of these, she took so much care with wrapping them carefully to be sure they weren't damaged. And so unwrapping each one was like another new little treasure just to unwrap. Just absolutely gorgeous. So now I want to show you guys the porcelain BJDs, and there was another porcelain BJD as well, but I'm going to show you these. This is the first porcelain BJD, and there were a few porcelain BJDs in this lot, and this is by Choosy Dolls, who I had never heard of before I actually received the doll. And I think she has just a beautiful, beautiful face paint. Check out that face paint. She is so gorgeous, and she is just so pretty. I love the construction of the porcelain dolls. She's painted all the way. Her body is completely body blushed. She's completely jointed. Her costume, or her outfit here, I'm not sure what it represents. If you know, let me know in the comments, but I just think she's stunningly beautiful. A really pretty art piece to add to my art porcelain BJD collection. Just really, really gorgeous. Next up, I got another Marnia Skubenko doll, who was actually made during the same time period. I think I found her in 2016 as my other dolls from this artist. So you can see this. She goes so well with the other girls I have. I think she's gorgeous. She's an angel. Isn't she so beautiful? And this is her set. Her little headpiece I'm going to set to the side because it falls off, but the way that these dolls are constructed, they just move so well. You can see, like, she just moves easily, fluidly. she's just gorgeous. I absolutely adore this artist's work, and I feel so fortunate to have so many of her pieces in my collection. And if you hear somebody screaming in the background, that's my cat, because I locked him in the room while I was filming this. But she is just so gorgeous. Her work is so delicate and so beautiful, and I love, 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 love this artist's work. So fantastic. This is an ingenue doll, and I was familiar with that artist's work, but I had thought they were only resin BJDs, and this is another porcelain BJD, one-of-a-kind outfit, stunningly, stunningly beautiful. I love this doll. She may be my favorite from the bunch. Everybody else close your ears. I really love her. She came with an extra wig. I love the colors of her outfit, the purple and pink. She's just stunning. You know, I am really, really, really loving my porcelain BJDs lately, and this is no exception. None of these are any exception, but she is just like, she's just stunning. I really, really love her. I think she's gorgeous. I love the whole execution of the outfit. She's just really, really a special doll, and I think that's so fun. I looked her up on the artist Instagram. I want to say she was from 2016 or 2017, so she's very cool, but just look at her. I adore her. I've got her displayed with my other porcelain BJDs at the moment, and that's the thing, like after I opened these, I kind of put them all in different display places around my room so that I could kind of see how they fit in, so that's fun. But I think she's gorgeous. Another gorgeous, gorgeous porcelain BJD. Now, some really fun stuff were some custom Barbies. Now, this is just a sample of what I received. There were other customs as well. One is a Monster High. I do not know who any of these artists are because they're not marked. They're not signed anywhere. So if you know or recognize the artist, let me know. I do have a couple of Podley dolls, Monster High custom, so I'm probably going to display her with them. I hadn't actually picked a display place for her yet, but I think she'll look good with them, and I really actually like her style outfit that she's wearing. So it's in my fantasy shelf that my Podley dolls ones are, but she might kind of fit in with that, like the really romantic sort of look. So I'm going to see how that goes and see if I feel good about putting her in there, because she's really beautiful. I love the way she's painted. Now this one, I changed her outfit. I got this outfit with another Barbie, but she looks like, she reminds me of Storm. She's got the beautiful white hair. It's so soft to touch. I love touching her hair. Her face is just so gorgeously and expertly done. I just love it so much. These shoes are a pair of shoes that were in this gift. So the shoes were as part of what was gifted here, and just I love this whole look. Like, she's just so pretty. I think she's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. This one I think is really cool, the way that she's done. She's freckled all over her chest. She's got this orange, bright orange, like almost a flame colored hair, and I think she's really cool the way she's painted. Again, don't know who any of these artists are, so if you recognize them, please let me know in the video comments below. Several pets that I received. Here's an example of one. This is a dog, and I think they're considered, they might be felted, but they might be real animal hair too. My cats haven't shown a lot of interest in them, which is good. So they may be felt, but I don't know, but they're very well made. Like, you just look at the detail on the face. There's also a wolf and a couple of other dogs, and I just think they're really, really, really cool. They make really great companions, like display companions for your dolls, and that's kind of how I have them peppered around the room, displayed with different dolls. Now, this is a doll chateau ant, and if you watched my video the other day about getting the doll chateau body, and I said I actually have one other DC doll, you guys just haven't seen it yet. This is the one I was talking about. So this is Ant, and it's just really fascinating to have such a different kind of resin doll in your collection. And I have anthropomorphic ones, but this is like an insect, so it's not like an animal. I mean, it is an animal. Is it technically part of the animal kingdom? I guess so. But really, really cool. And the full paint job and everything that was offered from DC. So this one has been fun to play with, because I've been like figuring out like how to pose the legs for display and kind of stuff like that, just to get a good grip and a good handle on how all the different joints that this doll has. So that's been really cool. Like, I think that's very interesting. Very cool doll. Oh, I pulled her little head cap off and put it back on. But I just think they're super, super cool. So I really, oh, her little antenna are magnetic too. I just pulled one of those off. Very, very cool doll. Really, really love that. Now, this one, this is a Masscat Astrid, and I was so shocked to open her. Not only her, but then I got a whole outfit and shoes and wig. This is a custom made wig. This is like a really high quality natural fiber wig that was made for this doll. I think she is stunning. She is SD sized. I have her displayed with my La Belle's de Jour dolls because she's in that size range, and she is just so pretty. I'm guessing that's the company face up for her, but it's my first Masscat doll. I have never had a Masscat doll before, and I love her. I think she's just really well made. I love her jointing. I love the way her resin feels. Really high quality, like no seam lines. Just a really gorgeous doll. And look at the double knee joint works really well on this doll. She's been a lot of fun for me to play with and kind of compare her to my other SD dolls because she's just so incredible. And I think she's really beautiful. Like, I really, really love how gorgeous this doll is. Did I have her standing? I had her seated for sure. I was about to try to stand her up, and if I do that, like, there's no way. I'm gonna end up knocking her down. But again, this is just a sample of what was received in those 4 giant boxes. I am so grateful and so appreciative to the person who gifted this stuff to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I have found places to display some of it, and some of it I'm still working on. So a lot of the miniatures, I'm working on figuring that out. I have this dollhouse in storage that my grandpa built for me. My grandpa just recently passed in April. He passed in April, and I have this really nice dollhouse that he built for me. And so I'm thinking, like, somehow, some way, I'd like to figure out how to bring that dollhouse and kind of gut it. It's like empty already, but incorporate some of these miniatures into that dollhouse and like have it as sort of a tribute to him. But I've got to figure all that out because you know how it is when you have a lot of doll stuff. So I'm working on figuring all that out, and whenever I do, of course, you guys will see it whenever I do an updated video about it. But I, again, am so appreciative for all this stuff. It is just so gorgeous. I am always blown away by, you know, people that think to send me these things. I thank you so much for thinking of me to receive these gifts, and I will take the utmost care of them and have them. And I love them, and I really appreciate them because I just really appreciate a beautiful art doll. And I love the art dolls, and not only that, but I appreciate, you know, this is less of an art doll and more of a company doll, the Masscat, but I love her. Like, she's just so well made, and she feels good in the hands and stuff like that. So I'm very, very grateful for everything that, you know, I guess this doll collecting hobby has afforded me in life. So thank you so much. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you recognize any of the artists from my painted dolls, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give credit to whoever made these. Also, whoever made this fella. I don't know where he came from or who made him. So if you have any idea about who created some of this stuff, I would love to know. I've been trying to track it down. I've posted some pictures like on my Instagram to ask if people recognize the artist, but nobody has really recognized any of them, so would love to know. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons from Patreon: Lindsay S., Leah W., Doreen Z., Janice H., Mercedes W., Cindy K., Bear Sunflower, Diane B., Kelly L., Shorna R., Stephanie W., Shalane C., Penny P., Louisa's Knickknacks, Marty G., and Lynn. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue bringing you great dolly content. For more information on how you can become a supporter of this channel, check the link in the video description. Thank you!